Welcome to the channel. If you're open to receiving this healing, just say I accept. I'm now asking everyone who interacts with this video to ask their spiritual masters to remove the baggage and luggage that they have been carrying on today and leave it to the side of the video. Asking assistance of our spiritual masters to step in, our guardian angels who surround us in light, on our left and our right, in our back, above and below, and to the front of us, to surround us in a cocoon of light. This is a Reiki healing session, a space of unconditional love and balance. You said, do you have 4 vertical strikes? I have no idea. Hello, welcome in. I am doing Reiki. It's a form of energy healing. Well, I thank you for the support. That will be determined by the energy that's being put out. I ask assistance to my spiritual masters in identifying and pinpointing blockages in the energetic field, in the informational field. Well, you say, I am happy to be here tonight. Well, thank you. Thank you for showing up in this Reiki session. I don't think, I'm not in the wilderness. There's nothing really major over here. I think the closest thing you see is probably a raccoon. It has been pretty nice since I decided to switch tints. That's pretty funny. I guess the other user was just trying to test boundaries on the channel. It's all energetic. As I said in the start of the video, I asked that the viewers ask their spiritual masters to remove the baggage and the weight from their shoulders that they have been carrying out through the day, and ask them to vaporize all the energy that has been collected, all the unwanted energy that has been built up in your informational field or work field. Just ask your spiritual masters to vaporize it. it helps me be able to have a better healing on you, because when you enter the chat, all the baggage of other people's energy will be still weighed on you. So I had to do a lot of cord cutting. But if you ask your spiritual masters to assist you in clearing the energy as you're doing the video, it makes it a lot easier, because then they can direct me to where I'm supposed to remove the energy. And it helps raise the vibration. Like even right now, I just felt the vibration go up. Well, I thank you for the gratitude and the appreciation. It's opening the crown chakra. Ask the assistance of our spiritual masters in using the color, vibration, and aligning our chakras to the correct frequency of our highest vibration. I ask our higher self to use the etheric tuning forks to tune our chakras to the correct vibration. Thank you. That takes me to something very interesting. What Bashar says is that our body is within our soul. So you imagine there's a vortex, like a torus field that's spinning, and it's like a donut. And when it gets closer and like densify like this point right here is the human body. And then when you expand your awareness like this back into a circle, you're back into spirit. So whenever you do something like astral projecting or lucid dreaming, since your body is in your spirit, so once you become aware of like your spirit body, once you expand, that's how you like astral project, because then you're just awareness that's moving around. But I understand when you say want to take a break from this reality. Actually, you don't have to stay in your body. When I visualize, I physically go there, like I've been realizing. I can feel the state of other people sometimes, which is I don't really like to do this because then I can end up feeling all their energy. But I did it a couple times. So like I look at a person in the video and then I like really look at their energy, and then it's almost like a mirror reflecting, so I can feel what how they're feeling on a subtle plane. I say look at it as compression. That's usually the higher self giving you a call to go within. Because you are a soul. The soul is not separate from you because you are a soul. Like your physical body, that's the soul right there. The soul is not separate. Yes. I wish there was like a on and off switch, but I have not found one yet. It's like it's more like of accepting. It's like I don't want to turn it off. I want to keep it on at all times, but I just want to be able to control it properly. Feeling other people's energy, because it gets sometimes like once you understand how to maintain balance with it, then it becomes very very useful. Yes, that's when forgiveness becomes a major factor. Major factor. Because one thing about all souls on earth right now, every soul on this planet has been the victim and has been the attacker. There's not a single soul on this planet that has not caused harm to another soul. So, right now, it's about forgiving ourselves for being in a lower state of consciousness and forgiving those who are still in a lower state of consciousness who may hurt us. There's definitely feeling a lot of pain when a lot of people project, and at first you want to get mad and start yelling at them, but at the same time you can't do that because they don't a lot of people don't even know that they're doing it because they're so cut off from the energy centers of the heart chakra, that they physically cannot feel what they're doing to other people, which is that does not give them any leeway on what they're doing, but it also, since we are able to feel, we're able to transmute it. Speaking of that, I think I might want to move into the green ray. Oh yes. Well, I forgot past tense anger to us. Ah, yes. I forgot about that. You said trying to go back in my memory. What did I do to like stop myself from feeling anger? Because I used to get like very upset. Like last year, compared to last year and me right now, I forgot. Forgiving isn't always having someone saying it's okay. Yes. Unconditional love is knowing when to let go. Namaste. Welcome in. Just in time. I say there's different stages of um, developing like your energy body. Like, because eventually you're going to gain like immunity to people's attacks and stuff. I would say attacks. It's like, it's the lessons, points of balance. Forever changing. Oh, hello, Ace. Nice to meet you. Okay, let me shift this energy. I ask assistance of our spiritual masters and clearing the informational field once more, clearing the energies. But all the attack stems from your own belief systems. Once you start changing your belief systems within yourself, you start to realize that people stop doing the attacks because it stopped working. It only works if you buy into the same belief system that they're in. That's why they're attacking you so much, because they want you to believe that they're attacking you. But once you realize that they're not really doing anything, they're just doing the actions of it, because they don't really have power. They only have illusion magic, so they have to do the best with their illusion magic. So they focus on anger and when you're feeling sad, because they know if someone's in fear or having anger or any of those type of vibrations, they're exuding a whole bunch of energy out at once. So sometimes people will say something to make you mad, just so you can start doing that reminiscing. That's what they call it. Reminiscing is basically like when you're saying I feel this, but it's never ending. It's like the circuit is not being cut or sealed. So just constantly thinking about the person. What you say in that situation, you just say I am light. Just say I am light. You say it 3 times by focusing on the heart chakra and on neutralize any low vibrational thought that you're having at the moment. It will literally just stop and it's like merge and like dissolve. But you have to say it from the heart like you really mean it. And then focus on your thought forms. Because if you're constantly having negative thoughts, like someone's going to attack you, then out of nowhere, then there's someone up here that will attack you energetically. So I'm trying to think. So what would this be? You are very welcome. I'm grateful that the energies are more balanced tonight. I don't really know what to say about that situation. I'll say focus on gauging by watching your heart rate is a good way to determine a situation like that. And well, not any better context for that because I'm not even. This. Let me put this into words. Well, I say the lady is being rude at the store. It's like a test. There's like a whole bunch of these games where I call them test of tolerance. Like they want to see how. It's almost like the universe is testing you. Like if you say you're balanced and you're able to stay balanced, then the universe will purposely bring the perfect type of person to trigger you to see if you're actually balanced or not, or how you react. The key is not to react, but only to observe. Yes, and you have to understand that your heart is what I realized when your heart starts beating really fast, it's because your heart is synchronizing with the other person's heart. And see, I used to go through that where every time I interact with someone, my heart was beating really fast. And I realized that what happened is so our hearts are all connected, and the other person is trying to like lower your vibration, or they want you to match your vibration. The, your hearts have to match each other's. So what happens is if someone sends like a vibration of like fear or anger, a lot of people will end up closing their heart chakra down. Oh, see you next time. Thank you for your. Well, oh, I had too much energy. Oh, well. I apologize for that. Oh, it's probably just the energy in the chat. It's like this egregore that we create because um, what's happening is I keep forgetting. Whenever I start explaining something, I start channeling that type of energy. So I probably should save stuff like this for like the morning time because I can accelerate. See, like when I'm talking about the heart accelerating, it if you're like really sensitive to like the words I'm saying, you start to match what I'm saying. So it is best to focus on the breath, and whenever your heart is like beating like really fast, you focus on the pause in between the beats of your heart. This is how you synchronize with Mother Gaia. You have to synchronize your heart with the earth heart, the earth's heartbeat, with your own heartbeat, and it will give you protection through your heart chakra. Because you want the energy from your heart chakra to be going outwards, because it makes a protective bubble around you that protects you from other people's energy. Like it's a whole bunch of people is projecting energy at you. They're trying to get your heart chakra to close, because the heart chakra closed, then the green ray energy is no longer around you, and then you're not getting protected, and you're not be able to connect to the plants and the trees and all the other stuff. So you want to focus the energy coming out of your heart chakra, because it comes out of your heart and then it goes like this and it wraps around. Like even right now, if I put my hand over it, I can feel there's a constant stream that's spinning outwards from the heart chakra. But I don't want to get too much into that because I'm getting sidetracked. So right now, I'm going to ask assistance on my spiritual masters and releasing the weight, any pains and sorrows off the heart chakra, off the heartstrings, removing weights off the heart chakra. Removing weights off the heart chakra. Removing all resentments, hexes, and curses that has been sent to the heart chakra. Removing betrayal, hatred, envy out of the heart chakra. Massaging the heart chakra's torus field and filling it with the green ray. Flowing the heart chakra's energy through the spine, radiating it upwards to the crown of the head, and radiating from the heart chakra down to the three lower chakras. The heart energy flows to the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and the root. As you breathe in, there's an energy stream flowing through the crown and the root chakra and intersecting at the heart chakra and growing. Yes, I feel it. The front of your head right here. That is just the energy flowing through. Uh, I don't really use Discord. Certain platforms you must be aware of the energy behind the platforms. I don't want any Draco reptilians after me. I had very strange dreams the other day. In my dream state, I was on my phone, sliding through my phone, and I became aware. I was like, wait, how am I able to use my phone? So I went on YouTube and I started typing in the news channel. I was looking at the news channel in my dream state, and the people on the newscast, their face was changing, like it was glitching out, and their face changed. It was like changing and changing and changing, and I can't remember what was happening, but it was like so weird. It was like dimensions, it's like overlapping each other. But I don't use Discord. Realize that you have the power to remove all the negative energy and feelings. The power lies within you, not me. All you have to say it is to speak it. The power is in your words. Cast your spell on yourself. You say, I remove all low vibrational energies from my informational field. I transmute all low vibrational thought forms into light. I completely remove from my consciousness manipulations, thought projections, programmings, and negative influences. No outside influences will have control over my mind. I make the conscious decision to be in the stream of unconditional love at all times. Something like that. It'd be very interesting. Like, I never really like see the details of people's face because I don't, in my dreams, I don't just see people. It's not all just humans that be in my dream. there'd be all type of things in my dreams. And you always find yourself in like these testing facilities and like this almost like a school type of place. I remember one of my dreams that I had, there was testing for something, and I was getting interviewed by these three beings, with these three people, and one of them, um, it had like a lion's head, and then the rest of his body was like different type of animals merged together. And then there was another being, I cannot even comprehend what it was. And then there's one that looked like a normal, well, I don't remember what the third one looked like. But I definitely remember what the lion looked like, because it had like a lion's head, but the body was like red and stuff. And um, I was like getting, my emotions was like all over the place at the time. And I started to get like really mad. And the guy, he just did this with his hand, and I couldn't move. I was like frozen, like where I was at. And I remember my vibration was going like all over the place because I was like angry. And they like, all day was like this, and then he did like this. He moved his hand, and I moved with it, and I moved. Or he did this, and he moved, and my whole body, he just moved me out of the way. So it's like, and yeah, so that was a very interesting dream. Or there was this dream where there was all these beings, and people, the beings that have super low vibration energy, whenever you get next to them, the whole area starts shaking, like you can feel their hatred, like that hatred energy was hatred, and it was like all in these little tubes, but it was all still alive, but it was like restricted, and it was all in this huge spaceship that we was walking in. And was walking, and I remember looking on my left, and you see all these beings. I don't want to say they're human, but they're definitely not human. And it was like this, and it was all in these glass tubes, and the whole everything was white, but it was all still alive. But you can tell that they were super pissed off, like really pissed off. It was all on the ships. I know in our dream state we all have ET contact. Now it's just about remembering, because they're able to interact with us, and then as soon as we turn our head, we immediately forget. Like extraterrestrial can walk up to you and talk to you, and then the second you turn your head away from them, you completely forget that you ever had a conversation with them. And sometimes if they get really close to you and you're not ready, you can get scared, because I mean all your internal fears that you had about your own self, all your belief systems immediately come up to the front of your head, and you have to immediately deal with it. That's another reason why they only really come in the dream state, because if you're not ready, the people can have psychic shock and start running. Yes, if a multidimensional being would decide to show up in our reality, our brain will have to immediately configure what they look like. For instance, when there was a story of a burning bush in the Bible, that was an example if an angelic being were to show up, and they would look like pure plasma energy or fire that does not burn. So our brain had to immediately come up with descriptions of a fourth or sixth or fifth dimensional object in the 3D realm. Welcome in. Just a relaxing Reiki healing session. I appreciate it, but I did not appreciate the energy behind it. But thank you anyway. Surrounding all beings and lights. I am not sure. I see more of the Smiths. That's what I call them. From the Matrix movie. What I mean by that, energetically. Like you can see a normal person walking up to you, and as soon as they recognize your energy, it's like something, a switch flicks inside them, and they switch to energy projection. Attack, 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 attack. So you have to do the opposite. You have to completely just radiate unconditional love, forgiveness, unconditional love, and you radiate it and you say I love you directly to their consciousness. So like if someone's constantly beaming hatred to you, all you have to say is the vibration I love you psychically to the thought form, and it will literally just neutralize it. Just go neutralize. My Archangel Michael, I ask for your blue cloak of light to surround my entire being in light. And I'm now using the etheric scissors to cut all low vibrational energy cords, all cords of manipulation from our informational field. Yes, this is like you forgive them, but also mainly the forgiveness is for yourself. You forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be attracting that into your life, and you give thanks to them because without them doing that to you, you wouldn't be able to gain that invaluable lesson, that soul wound, which is now healed, and now you'll be able to identify that aspect in other people, and now you're able to help other people who's unable to see it now. So the front runners, we take the hits first, and then we help the younger generation understand and grow, or help other people who just need that final puzzle piece so they can go back on their journey. Because sometimes what happens is some people will be on the journey for so long, and then they get in the infinite, they start to be in a loop again, and then they sit back, and then another person comes up and show up and be like, hey, there's more over here. And so then they come back and they join, and then that spark gets reunited within them to continue the path, because the path is every day 24/7. The only thing I think about throughout my whole entire day when I'm consciously aware is maintaining balance, staying in the hot vibration of unconditional love, because it's 24/7. The spiritual warfare is 24/7, but as long as if you have the tools, your armor of light, you visualize putting on your blue cloak of light, you visualize having your sword of light in your hand at all times, or your hand ready to cut away any low vibrational cords. You can put your hand like this and visualize a beam of light just completely cutting away the cords. You can feel it. You can just go like this and cut the cords off yourself. Just cut them off. And something that's very, very interesting, since now Earth is now in the 4D vibration, all the people who's being born right now are going to be fourth density consciousness. So they're going to be already born with some abilities that's already open. They'll be more open. All the third density are no longer reincarnating. It's only the fourth density and higher now. Unconditional love, a whole lot of it. We're almost starting this inside the tent. Good thing they're not inside here. That other side. Okay, I think it's time for a different color. Hmm. It's been about an hour, but the energies are way better. Usually the energies be so intense that I had to cut the video, but right now it's pretty balanced. It's no, it's Tuesday. Tuesday energies. Well, I'll say, make sure your set and setting is balance, and if you ever do shrooms, I advise to listen to the YouTube channel Awakening You while on shrooms. If you go on shrooms and connect to the angels, they can change your whole entire experience that you have. They can alter your whole entire state. So I love working with the angels and the one over me, Archangel Michael of the Blue Ray. I believe Mother Gaia is the Blue Ray Archangel as well, because Mother Gaia is the Archangel, the Earth is the angel. We live on the Archangel, that's a planet. The reason why they call her the Blue Planet, because she's one of the Blue Ray Archangels or angels. Yes, be very careful. And before you do it, it's best to have a high vibration food before you eat it, at least a day before. Make sure that especially make sure that your area that you're at does not have old energy in it, old lingering energy. Because you realize that the energy of objects have a major effect on you. Like for the longest time, I didn't realize why my energy was like so off is because I didn't clean my crystal skull that I had, and I guess it was like, okay, one of the, which skull it was, this skull, this crystal skull I had, and when I went out to like the Cryon event, when I went to see Cryon and I was at the event, I let other people touch the crystal skull, but I forgot to cleanse it. And what happened was their state of consciousness got imprinted into the skull, and their all their thought forms was like going all over the place. And I was like, why is my mind like going all over the place and racing all the time? So one day, once I brought myself into like a really balance, I was like, what is the difference between the two skulls? And then one skull, when I touched it, I felt like I was in like tripping. Like as soon as I touched it, my state of consciousness was set to like, it felt like I was on a mushroom trip again, but not in a good way. And then the other skull, when I touched it, I felt clarity. So what I did is I took both of the crystal skulls and I put salt water, and I put the skulls inside the salt water and let it soak. And then the next day I came back and the energy signature was clear. Okay, let me read some of the comments. What it say? If Earth is alive, we should treat it as such. It is definitely living and breathing. We live on a living planet. This is our third time. Our third planet that we came. The first planet that we was on, we destroyed it. It was called Meldak. Then the second planet that we destroyed was Mars. And then we reincarnated on Earth. And we almost destroyed it, but we actually made it past the point. So now we're on a good timeline. The first planet, Meldak, um, we got blown up, and it's the astral belt. I really want to get some more Moldavite because I feel like I was really connected to the Moldavite because the Moldavite came from the first planet that we blew up. Yeah, Moldavite comes from Meldak. That green crystal, that very rare green asteroid crystal, is from Meldak. I definitely want to get some more Moldavite. It's so expensive. Deep grounding crystal. But I can connect to the energy of Moldavite. I like to shift my consciousness into the state of Moldavite. It's almost like I can feel the vibration of the crystal. I used to have a Moldavite ring, but somehow I lost it. My crystals always find a way to escape me. That's because I was too careless. I really wish I got a clear crystal skull. But I have two labradorite. I still can't seem to connect to the bigger one. It's like the big crystal skull that I have. I try to connect to it, but I don't feel my mind or my consciousness merge with it. The other crystal skull, if I touch it and push my mind, it's like I can enter it. But the other one, it's like I can't, or it's just not as. It's maybe because I don't meditate it with it enough. But I'll use this crystal skull right now because this is the one I use to feel the energy of the string. You can't really see the blue shine on it. If animals and insects and germ. I say all the animals and all the plants are here for us. The bugs, some bugs literally their only purpose is is to gather all the low vibrational energy and then dye and transfer it into back into spirit. It's like the bugs. If you watch them, they go around and they collect all the energy, all the dark, dirty, decaying, decomposing energy, and they take it and they disperse it, and then when they die, it goes back into spirit. It's like transmutation. Some bugs, their purpose is purely energetic, but you can't understand it until you start to feel their energy. Like, of all the bugs that's flying around me in the woods, you can feel their torus field. Like an ant, its energy field is like this big. It's like the ant's really small, but if you put your hand over it, you can feel the energy. You can feel the chakras of the ant. Or if you look at, like, I seen like a snail, you can feel the chakras and the energy centers of them. And also I realized also bugs, they also eat energy at the same time. Like it's like all things consume energy, but it's just how they do it. Some is more symbiotic, like some animals, mostly plants are more symbiotic when it comes to energetic. They give and they take at the same time. Especially mosquitoes, you can feel like their malice, attent, like their determination to bite you. You can feel it before they even come to bite you. And it's okay. You say animals because and yes, that brings me to a topic that what Cryan was saying. The thing that's different from animals and humans right now is, so with animals, they're already born within their Akashic remembrance what they have to do, what they not, what to avoid, and what they have to do. But with humans right now, we go through the veil of forgetfulness. But once you get into, like, once we start excelling into like 4D consciousness, 5D consciousness, when when we get reborn, we start to have remembrance of like our past life. All of our past life and information start to flow in, and we start to regain our gifts a lot easier and faster. I'm still trying to figure out the mosquitoes. I know what the fly is definitely for transmutation of energy, decomposed energy. It's just the mosquitoes that I have a hard time understanding. It's like they primarily, like, and I just be seeing these mega mosquitoes. Like earlier there was like small mosquitoes, and I know there's like bugs that look like mosquitoes, like a crane fly, but then also I seen like some megalodon mosquitoes over here. Roaches, they're only attracted to the energy. If you have low vibrational energy in the house, or some type of energy in the house, it attracts them. But if the vibration is raised, then they'll immediately leave. It's bugs are attracted to energetic. That's why they have the little antenna on their head. They can feel and they can sense energy. So if you feel the energy, I'm hearing like a high pitched ringing sound coming from somewhere. It's probably just coming from within my head. Blu-ray. I'm good on Blu-ray. They could be attracted to the the hormones or the stress hormones that's whatever inside our body, and they probably can sense where it's at in the body, and they probably try to suck it out the blood. But I know everything has a purpose. There's no such thing as anything made without a purpose. Melting away all stress. That sounds like a very interesting road trip. Definitely need to get some new crystals. Definitely haven't. I'm glad I can raise your vibration. There's a practice I was thinking about. You can there's energies that's push and pull. So you think about push and pull. So you think the front of your head is pull and the back is push, or push and pull, and then you can just visualize yourself sitting in the middle of the push and pull. So this energy is pushing forward, energy pushing back, but you're just in the center. Still getting better. Need to get better at my communication skills. I look at my words and they're so limited because I spend so much time not talking. So you almost like forget how to speak. Throughout the day, I just don't say anything. I'm just dead silent. Thank you. I just want to be more expressive. It's almost like I feel myself putting like a filter on myself, like my true self, but it's like resistance. It's almost like when you turn on the video, there's you can feel like the alternate self or the personality self tries to overwrap And then sometimes I'll tear through that over that personality of being way too serious. Because a lot of times in my videos, when I feel like a whole bunch of energy, I start to like close off because since I'm a Cancer, they always say he's going back into his shell. But right now, my Cancer claws are scissors that cut away energy. Cancer. I can feel the energy shifting. Yes, because it's 4 o'clock. I was wondering why the energy was different. That was pretty fast. Transformative and transmutation. I'm not really feeling the purple ray. So the third eye chakra is well open. It's really open. Move to the solar plexus. Gold ray. I'm finding that I like this gold energy. What I'm saying, stuff that lays around throughout the house that you do not use, whoever passes your house, like imagine if someone's driving by your house and there's an object that you do not use that much. The energy from the person who drive by will imbue itself in the energy into the house. What I'm trying to say is that we're all capable of cleansing the energy. You can cleanse the energy. Like sometimes if I want to clean my area of any energies in the space, just how I'm doing Reiki right now, I'll look at the designated area and I'll just push energy through my hands until I feel the energy move out, like out of my area. So like a good visualization, if you want to clear a room of low vibrational energy, you don't need to sage. All you have to do is make the room become your area. And what I mean by that is you expand your awareness. Okay, this is going to sound a little bit complicated. Um, how do you say it? So, I have this right here, and you want to trace it with your mind. So, feel it with your own energy. So, you grab it, and you feel your energy flow through it. And it happens with any object. You grab like this bottle right here, you grab it, and you feel your energy flow into it until it's radiating with your energy. So what you do is you close your eyes and you move your awareness outwards and you feel the walls, and then you visualize your energy or yourself tracing the walls in your imagination, tracing the walls of where you're at, and then visualize what I said earlier with your heart chakra, that the heart energy is flowing from your heart chakra and filling up the space. And you can change the whole vibe of a whole room. And if someone's who's having a low vibrational would to walk in there and try to project Imagine they're in a tight sealed bubble of water, and they project their energy out to you in the water, or it's like jello. And so basically this is their energy going out, but you already encapsulated the whole area with your energy, so their negative energy go like this. It stretches out and then it goes back to them. So okay, so I look at the dishes and my whole motivation says I'm not. You say, I am now washing my divinely dishes. I'm now cleansing the energy of my dishes and imbuing them with light. I'm washing the divine dishes. I seen that on a Facebook post. I can feel a little blockage on the third eye. I'm connecting to the wind elemental spirits. Breathing in light and exhaling light. You're very welcome. The energies are shifting again. Okay, moving into the garden of serenity, asking our spiritual masters to place our consciousness in the healing waters. You visualize a green emerald water with purple or blue lotuses in it, and this green water is now cleansing the consciousness in your informational field. I'm asking my spiritual masters to beam their energy into this green crystal water that's around our whole informational field. Beam us with the light of Source Creator. And now we step out of the crystal water, feeling rejuvenated and healed. Asking Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Zachiel for your light, as Archangel Zachiel for the violet flame of truth, of the highest and appropriate vibration. I ask Lady Amethyst for the violet ray. I ask the assistance of Mother Mary and the Madeleines to assist me with this rose water in healing and wrapping the heart chakra in the pink ray, washing away all stress and worries from the heart chakra. And I'm going to use my small glass vial of charged rose water for the heart chakra. Now that we come to the ending of this Reiki healing session, I want to give thanks to everyone who joined with me tonight. Give thanks to my spiritual masters. And as I said in the beginning of the live stream, now we're going back down and asking our spiritual masters to take the luggage off our shoulders, our backs, all the weight that we have been carrying throughout the day. I ask our spiritual masters to vaporize this energy and bring balance to our chakra system. Namaste. I love all of you unconditionally. Have a good night.